So here we go. I've got my essentially quick deploy kit for some recoil management. And basically what we've got is we've got the end that's going to go around the front of the gun. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just slap this on the front. I like to do this with the bipod down. Just right around the front of the gun. You can actually grab this whole system and just run it straight out. After recourse, you pull the little cantilever thing out. So this whole thing just comes out just like that. I've got the Prusik attachment here up front. You can just slide that all the way back to us. Put in your cantilever, and this is the Prusik knot, and this is what's going to slide back and forth. So once we get that, I've got my extra loop down here at the end, so we can attach that right on there, and then that's essentially our system. Here's all the slack here. That way, if we lay on the prone, and then what we do, we just give ourselves some slack. We're going to go ahead and wrap this around our foot. And remember, we need the part that comes towards us needs to be on the top. That way it's pulling the bottom part towards us. So hopefully you guys can see that. And then we're going to take that extra slack out of it. Now what this gives us is this tension point. Now when I pull straight down, you can see that rifle move. So now if I need to do it down in the front, I can move my foot a little forward, slide that a little bit. I'm sure you can see the hundreds of mosquitoes. And then with that downward pressure, moving the foot kind of forward, that puts out some of that wiggle room. And then from here, you can see how much more stable that is. Then I can get on target. And there's hardly any movement in there. The other thing that we can do with this is we can get into the prone. So let me go ahead and adjust this real quick. So now when we go to get into the prone position, we can take our cantilever, carabiner, and I've got this loop up here we can tie it off of. So we'll just run this whole thing up here, tie that onto our loop, and then this gives us an access point to pull the slack and everything out of, so that we can take where all of our slack is, just wrap that around our foot. And then once we get into the prone position, I can pull that slack out right up here. Obviously, we want it to not come off of our foot. There we go. Oh man, you see this? So then, when we get into the prone, we just push forward with our shoulder, pull back with our foot, and then I've got some backward tension to help with some of that recoil management for this. The other thing, obviously, if you're sitting on a table, kind of a mix between the two, you can get some downward pressure. And that way, if you're shooting off of a bench on your bipod on something hard, you're gonna get some of that downward, so you don't get any of that bipod bounce going on. So if you're shooting off a bench and you're shooting at a pretty far range, and you wanna keep the reticle on the target through recoil, that's another good way for this to work out. So what I will do, I'm gonna call that good for this video. I'm gonna show you guys the knots I'm using, how to make this, and then after that I'm gonna go actually shoot with it and see how it works, actually put it to the test. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll get back with you.